Let's just say it out loud. Writer's block is real, and you're not broken if it happens to you. Every writer, new or experienced, hits a wall sometimes. But what this looked like for me was a full month of 0 words. I just couldn't. And the more I pressurized myself, the worse it got. Sound familiar? If this has happened to you, you're not alone. But here's the thing, and the good news. There are ways through it. I figured them out, and I want to share them with you. Let's do it. My name is Colby. I'm a writer of fantasy and science fiction who has goals of one day publishing a book. I've written for about 5 years now, and I've learned a lot along the way, and I'm here to share them with you. The first thing you need to do is identify the cause of the block. This is way more important than you probably think. What is stopping you from writing? Is it an overwhelming feeling of imposter syndrome? Is it because you don't know where to go next in your story, even if your brain hasn't consciously realized that? Is it because you secretly think your story is bad? Is it because you're unsatisfied with your writing? Is it truly because you feel like you have no time? What's the reason? You got to take a step back and really analyze what is stopping me here. Once you find the root, you can find the right tool to get unstuck. One of the ways that I will try to get out of a rut is by free writing. That means taking a step away from the project you're working on, setting a timer, doesn't have to be for long, maybe 15 minutes, and writing about literally anything. If you write fantasy, it doesn't even have to be fantastical, but I find that helps me a lot. If I just write about some random person who has superpowers and is flying around and doing cool stuff, that can get the juices flowing again and make me feel creative. The key with this is to try to really stop overthinking. You know that this isn't going to be part of your project, so it doesn't matter how the quality is. All that matters is your fingers are moving and you're getting things out of your head onto the page. The next thing is try changing your environment. If you're feeling like you're stuck in the same spot, sometimes it can be literally because you're stuck in the same spot. I've gone through periods where it was dark outside. During the winter, it's cold, it's dark, it's lonely. You're writing in your room or maybe in a chair in your house, and it just feels secluded. Go somewhere like a coffee shop. Go to something I like to do is I'll go to a nursery, like a flower nursery. It's green, it's usually warm, it smells great, there's fresh air. Changing your environment can really stimulate that creativity to come back and then start writing. The next thing is move your body. What I mean by that, and maybe you guys already do this, but I'm a physical therapist, so I'm all about health and wellness. Exercise has been proven to help our cognitive ability in multiple ways. Our thinking skills. Try some exercise, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's lifting weights at the gym, going for a hike. For at least 10 minutes is what research shows. Gets your blood flowing, releases a chemical through the blood-brain barrier that helps with critical thinking. That can get you further along out of that rut than you think. The next one is try out mind mapping. Particularly if you're a discovery writer, meaning you're figuring out the story as you go, you've probably never done this. Even if you're an outliner, it's not typically something that I see people do. But if you're stuck in a rut, it can help. Pull out a sheet of paper. In the center, write the name of your book. Or if you don't have one, just write project. Then start making branches off of like main characters, of plots, of subplots. This thing can be super messy. It doesn't have to be perfect. But when you're doing this, it's making you think about the story as a whole. And that can a lot of times get you out of a rut to then spark some ideas to get back into the writing. This next one is kind of an obvious one, but it's a bigger deal than you think. Set realistic and achievable goals that are small. You probably have some goals as a writer, things like, I want to finish my novel this year, or I want to finish the outline by this time. And those are great. I talk a lot about goals on this channel. There's other videos that are going to focus on it, but if you're specifically stuck in a rut, make some small goals for the next week. Something like, I want to write 50 words by Friday. That might sound tiny, but a lot of times when you set a goal and you force yourself to start writing to hit that goal, those forced words turn into motivated words, turn into inspired words, and then turn into a chapter. You'd be surprised. So set some new small goals just for the short term and try to hit those. And this last one is get feedback and community support. Writing can feel lonely, but it doesn't have to be a lonely act. And in fact, I highly suggest that it is not an isolated thing. When you're physically writing, you can be isolated, but get people involved in your story. Whether it's your best friend, whether it's a significant other, whether it's an actual writing group. It is super important to have other people involved in the process that can cheer you on. And don't be afraid to share with these people that you're in a writing rut and that you need some help. I literally sometimes just walk up to my wife and I'm like, hey, what should I have happen next in this chapter? And I'll just give her like brief context and she'll say something. Sometimes she says something, I'm like, wow, that's a great idea. I'm going to try that out. Or she'll say something, I'll be like, I don't know if that'll work, but that actually makes me realize what I need to do. And then boom, I'm out of that rut. I'm right back into writing. It can be as simple as that, or it can be an actual writing group where they give you writing tips from someone who's writing consistently to help you get out of that rut. Okay, those are my strategies to get yourself out of a writing rut. And here's the thing, like I said, I spent an entire month not writing. But check this out. That's how many words I wrote the next month once I was out of that rut. All right, so if you feel like this helped you at all, consider subscribing. I'll be posting more videos on this channel about creating a productive but sustainable and fulfilling lifestyle as an aspiring author who's a busy person. And I'd love to cheer you guys on. Let me know how your writing goals are going. Let me know if you were ever stuck in a rut, how you got out of it. How did you beat that writer's block? All right, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, keep writing.